Il revient à ma mémoire des souvenirs familiers. Je revois ma blouse noire lorsque j'étais écolier. Sur le chemin de l'école.
Me and Bart are in Paris and we are at the Arc de Triomphe, or Triomphe. Triomphe. Some French word that I don't know. My saliva's all sticking together because it's so cold. But me and Bart are here, and Napoleon commissioned this big old monument after he conquered almost all of Europe except for Russia and England. And there's this eternal flame in the middle, which I think is really, really cool. And it's to commemorate all the unknown fallen soldiers. Because during war, there's so many people that give their lives to the country, but they're not commemorated because they're just lost in battle. But my favorite thing about Paris, and I see this in almost a lot of Europe, is that they have all the historical buildings, but of course they're still a metropolis, but they keep it separate. So over here we have the Arc de Triomphe, and then there's a bunch of other historical buildings, but over there is where they keep their skyscrapers. So they're still modern, and they still stick with modern times. They still have really big corporations, but they keep it separate so that both can coexist. Isn't that cool, Ma Bear?
That is beautiful. It is beautiful. My hands are frozen, sorry. But I absolutely agree. While I was like listening to what you were saying, I kind of went daydreaming, and
why are you daydreaming?
I'm sorry, I was daydreaming a bit.
Let me bring it back to reality. Are you back to reality now?
No, I was daydreaming. I was thinking I can only imagine what it sounded like hearing the footsteps of all the surviving soldiers that walked underneath.
And the horses.
The horses that walked like through this arc.
Because that's what it was for. It was,
that's exactly what it's for.
It's kind of like, you know, when the football players, they come home, or like the Lakers, so they come home from a big championship and they have that parade.
Yeah.
This is built so that when the troops come home, they get to walk through it in victory and
yeah, so I was just here and I was just thinking, I wonder, because I could feel the rattling of the cars underneath my feet, because they weigh tons, right, like all these trucks and buses. So I was just thinking, oh wow, is that what like the rest of the citizens around this city felt like when when the soldiers were coming back? It's really cold out here, so my mouth is numb.
I even get lockjaw too, like I try to talk. Imagine speaking French like bonjour. I'm gonna stretch every single part of my face.
Yeah. You're cutie. Okay, more exploration to come.
Douce France, cher pays de mon enfance, bercé de tendre insouciance, je t'ai gardé dans mon cœur. Mon village, au clocher, aux maisons sages, où les enfants de mon âge ont partagé mon bonheur. Oui, je t'aime, et je te donne ce poème. Oui, je t'aime, dans la joie ou la douleur. Douce France.
All right, so I am a big, huge fan of roller coasters, and heights generally don't scare me, okay? But as we were going to one of the first stops on the Eiffel Tower, I can see us going higher and higher and the ground going lower and lower, and I'm freaking the fuck out right now. Like, I am really scared.
How are you scared of heights and you always give me shit for not going to Six Flags?
I know.
Because I was freaking out too, but I am scared of heights, and I'm scared of roller coasters, and I'm scared of speed. We were going slow, but how can you give me shit? That's not fair.
No, it's not fair, but this is so high up. I've never been this high up, and the smaller and the smaller the people got, and the smaller the big boats got, and the smaller the streets looked, I'm like, I could feel my heart slowly like sticking to the ground and saying, fuck you, Gio, I'm not going up there with you, I'm gonna kick it down here. So I felt like we were separating. I feel so shaky. I feel like I have sea legs right now. I'm like,
how are your hands? Oh my god, those are the cars down there. That is me zooming into a car. It's literally a dot. It's a fucking ant. So
and we're not even on the top. Like I don't even know.
If you look all the way up here, holy shit! Oh my god, we still have so much to go, babe.
Okay, I'm gonna do it.
Do you want to go to the top?
No, but yes.
I can't believe I'm the one
I know, I'm gonna...
comforting you. How can I be the one comforting you? I'm the one scared of heights.
I know. Are you okay?
Well, when I was going up the elevator,
Yeah.
I think about halfway through, I'm like, okay, this is cool.
Yeah.
And then as I started getting higher and higher and higher, my feet started to lose feeling. And I started getting, you know, the butterflies, I started getting like really scared.
Yeah. Do you do you want to go up to the top?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
Fuck. All right, let's do it. I'll never be. I think it's all mental. I'm gonna think positive thoughts.
Okay, we'll see
I'm
when
gonna
we
think
get up there.
positive thoughts. My defense mechanism. One of the things that I do is I always tell myself, hey, if it's my time to go, it's my time to go. Like when it comes to scary things like this.
That is so morbid.
But it helps me.
We're just the tourist attraction.
I know, but it helps me. It really does help me. Like on airplanes when I feel crazy turbulence and it scares everybody, I just go, if it's my time to go, my time to go. And then I just relax. And I'm like, all right, good. So I'm going to try to apply that method to this.
Okay.
Fuck. Made it to the very, very top, and although I'm so freaking out at the height, I'm not as scared as I was with the first elevator, and I think it's because the elevator happened in the middle opposed to on the sides. So the first tier was off to the sides. This last one was through the middle, so I didn't get to see everything around me get smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. But leaning this way towards it, I'm still kind of feeling a little rocky. How do you feel?
I am completely opposite of you because I was filming the elevator ride going back up.
Yeah.
And as we were going up, like I was trying to focus on the screen, but my peripheral vision was capturing the side and it's just empty gaps. So as we're going up, I could just feel my legs lose more and more feeling. And I'm like, dude, when the fuck is this shit gonna stop? I was getting really, really scared.
You were.
And then every time we would get like this moment of blackness, then I'm like, oh, thank God. So I know fear is completely psychological, but as soon as the light comes back in and I see the ground and I just see all these gaping holes, oh shit, like I just look down right now and I'm like, what the fuck?
I know, I don't want to look.
It is crazy. How do you like roller coasters?
I mean, they're fast.
Isn't this the same
there's usually-
feeling?
Yeah, but you don't hang up at the top for like 10 minutes.
Every single roller coaster I have ever been on does that.
No, not
this is
for
the
me.
part of the roller coaster I hate. You know, the anticipation?
Yeah, I like that part.
So even like at Disneyland where Splash Mountain, it goes,
Yeah.
that's the same feeling I get. So
It
I
is,
hate
but that's
that.
the longest point, and then you drop and you're done. So it's really instant. This is like you go up slowly, and then you stay up there, and then now you're like, all right, now we just gotta pay attention.
No, this is really, really, really scary.
I don't know, but we made it. We're at the top. I don't know. I think the bottom, going to the bottom is gonna suck. Too.
Are you you ready to go back down?
Not yet, not yet. I wanna look at this a little bit more and feel completely nauseous.
Okay.
There was a guy that stuck his head out this little hole and was taking a picture. I'm
They're
like,
not even legal. They're not even supposed to do that.
what the fuck's wrong with
There's
you?
signs everywhere. Don't do that. Number one, don't do that because unless you fall out, then it's your fault.
Yeah.
All right.
I got sea legs right now. I need to hold on to something.
I have Eiffel legs. Look how fucking high we are. What the fuck? Those things are boats down there. And they look like ants. What the hell is that? A flea? No, it's a car. Holy shit, what is that? There's a white bug crawling on a stick. And that stick is a freeway. Why is everyone honking? Why is everyone honking down there? They're freaking me out. What the fuck? Look how down these guys were back then. These freaking OG gangsters, they don't have any fencing, any safety net, and they're just walking around like it's nobody's business. And back in these days, their cameras took like 30 minutes to take a picture. So you know this fool was standing here like this for like 30 minutes when the wind's blowing, and they don't even care. We're all pussies now, because I was scared.
I am, for sure. I'm number one. The number one of that club.
This right here makes me feel really safe. The amount of rivets that are on this thing, how it's not just like 2, it's 4 and another 4 and another 4, makes it feel really sturdy. So I'm really happy that they have this many rivets.
Thanks, guys. Yeah.
Ma Bear,
Yes, Barbell.
I am so proud of you and surprised actually that you ate all that French food, because French food is known to be extremely experimental and they use some crazy ass flavors very similar to Chinese. Tell me how you won this victory.
Well, first of all, I don't understand the French language. I can't read it. I cannot decipher it. I don't know anything about it. So, that being said, when the waiter with his broken English said, this is some kind of this, and then this is some kind of that, I was like, oh, cool. I don't know what I'm eating. Let's do it. And I'm trying really, 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 really hard to expand my palate. So the fact that psychologically I couldn't mess with my own mind because I didn't know what I was eating helped so much.
The first thing that Ma Bear ate was veal tartare. So first of all, in the States, I tried veal and Ma Bear never eats veal.
Wait, it wasn't
Two,
beef?
It's veal tartare.
Is veal beef?
Veal is beef,
Okay.
but it's a baby cow.
Oh,
I think. I don't know. Actually, I don't know. I don't know.
I think you're right. Oh,
But so
no.
was it delicious though? Was it delicious?
It was. But I
Okay.
ate the whole thing.
Okay, so you ate the whole thing.
I ate the whole thing,
That's all
so-
that matters. That's all that matters.
I'm
So Ma Bear usually doesn't even like tartare, which is well, you like
Tuna
tartare, but then any type of like meat tartare she doesn't like. So I was so proud of her. She ate the tartare, and then she ordered pork belly, which is extremely fatty, and Ma Bear doesn't even like pork. What made you
don't.
want to order the pork?
So the choices were chicken, which I'm kind of always because it's super hit or miss with the chicken. Then there was fish, which I've already had my fill of fish throughout this whole trip, so I was like, nah. And then it was beef, and then it was pork.
Yeah.
And I knew between those two, because I know Pa Bear like the back of my hand, I was like, all right, Pa Bear's gonna choose either beef or pork. So I asked him, what do you want, beef or pork? He said beef. I'm like, I knew it. So I'm gonna get pork so we can exchange, and then we could try two different cuisines. So that's the reason why I went with the pork. So if you would have said pork, I would have gone beef.
Cuny. And I did get the beef. I got the beef braised shoulder. Oh my god, that shit just melted as soon as my fork touched it. Tell me about the tiramisu though, Ma Bear. That was some next level tiramisu. Oh, damn, get weak. Someone catch this lady.
So the tiramisu was bomb, and even he said that he's like, we have a special take on tiramisu. And I didn't really know what that meant, again, because he had really broken English. So when he brought it in, usually the tiramisu that I'm familiar with has like a cake layer to it. So it's like
I
cake.
think the guy to the left of
He's
us
trying to race.
is drag racing his van. What the fuck? All right.
So then, the one that I'm used to has like a layer of cake and then whipped cream and then like another layer of like coffee, like squiggles. So then when he brought it out, it was none of that. It was like an egg-shaped coffee ice cream with some like dark that I can only imagine
Some
is
jelly or
espresso
something.
flavored jello. Yeah, and then like different types of cream around it.
Yeah.
So then when I would bite into it, it tasted exactly like tiramisu, cutting out that wet, spongy cake that they usually have. And it was bomb.
It even had rum in it, I tasted.
Really? He
Yeah.
said there was no rum in
Yeah,
that.
I think there's rum.
You have very good taste buds, so I'm not going to argue with you.
But I'm
I ate
really
the whole
proud of
thing.
you, Mama.
Me too.
I'm really,
It was-
really proud of you that you're
was
able to
quality.
expand your palate.
Thank you, baby. I'm trying really, really hard.
Fair pause. is buried. We are at the tomb of Napoleon. If you look down here, Napoleon's tomb is right there. And he was such a badass. The reason why he put his tomb there is it's suspended between the first and second floor. So everyone on the first floor has to look up at him, and everyone at the second floor has to bow down to look at him. And this is his very own sacred, almost like worshiping grounds, because if you look back there, it's its own chapel. Like there's a cross there, it's its own church, its own cathedral. And this place is just mind-blowing. I can't believe that I am in the same building as one of the world's greatest warlords. He proclaimed himself an emperor. Isn't that crazy, Mom Bear?
Yeah, it's amazing. And so on this entire European tour, we've heard about how Napoleon did this in this country, Napoleon took over this in this other country. Napoleon wasn't ever given like the permission to even be emperor, but he's like, screw you, I'm dominating, you suck, I'm doing it, right? So I'm with you, Paw Bear. I'm in complete awe of being in the presence of like greatness, right? History greatness. I'm not even putting aside any type of atrocious things that he did. It's like in that time they did what they had to do to get power, whatever. Yeah. So now legend has it, and this is what our tour guide told us, was when because Hitler really looked up to Napoleon. So when he came to visit here, as Paw Bear mentioned to you guys, he's suspended between two levels, right? But Hitler was like, well, no one's better than me. So when he came and he looked at the tomb of Napoleon, he used a mirror because he's like, I'm not going to look up at anyone and I'm not going to bow down to anyone. So he used a mirror and he held it up. He's like, okay, I see it. And what ended up happening was, again, legend has it that when he went to flick the mirror up, he hit his hat and then he went to go pick it up. And then that's when he unintentionally bowed down to Napoleon. True or not, I do not know. But this is beautiful.
It's so dope that we're with a historical figure right now. Like, given that he's dead, this is still the first time that I have ever been able to kick it with someone from history.
Yeah.
Like he's laying down. He doesn't know I'm here, but at least we're kicking it.
He's kicking it with us, for real. Look at how epic. They keep changing the lighting with like the music. That's how epic he is, even after death. 200
years later,
he's
300 years
ass.
later.
Like, who would ever think of doing that? Look at that.
That is amazing.
Being suspended between two floors, genius. That's next level thinking. That's why Napoleon is who Napoleon is.
Do you know who all those statues are down there, since you're Catholic? All those peeps? You think they're like the 12 apostles, or are there 12 people down there? Or are they Roman gods?
Am I Catholic?
Well, you grew up Catholic, so you know some of
this
background information.
I don't know. I mean, in my household, it wasn't like strict Catholicism.
Are there 12 statues down there?
2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 maybe?
14, huh? So which other story has 14 homies?
You can't ask me religious stuff. I have no idea. Sorry, my Catholic buds.
But this is so freaking cool.
Gorgeous in here. Look at the ceiling up there.
This is the ceiling. Oh my goodness, there's the natural light coming in. The sick dome up there with the painting. And then everything is so well lit. There's an altar with candles everywhere. There's the other main altar. And there's another altar. And then they got these dope ass Bose speakers just playing this music with a subwoofer. Really setting the mood in here.
This is beautiful.
Leave it to the French to be romantic.
Hey.
Even with a dead person.
Bravo.